KPFQ Eid Onam Fest 2018. We are starting our official function. We request all our dignitaries to be seated on the dais. First, I would welcome our chief guest, His Excellency, the Ambassador Mr. P. Kumaran, accompanied by our President, Mr. Rahman EP. Thank you, sir. Next I would welcome Mr. K. Varghese, the President of IBPC, Indian Business and Professional Council, accompanied by our General Secretary, Mr. Jetty. Please welcome to the stage.
I would like to welcome Azeez, Treasurer of KPFQ, please. And Riyas, Program Convener and Secretary. So let's move on to the official programs. I would like to welcome Mr. Jetty, General Secretary, KPFQ, for the welcome speech.
Namaskaram. എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ ബക്രീദ് തിരുവോണ ആശംസകൾ. Good evening, one and all. It's my great pleasure today to stand before you all to welcome the special dignitaries on the dais and all those who have come over here. Moreover, in this evening, I am proud and privileged to announce that KPFQ was the first medical professional organization in Qatar to be approved under the IBPC of the Indian Embassy, Qatar. Now, let me start my welcome note. In 1992, he joined the Indian Foreign Service. From Jan 1994 to 1977, he worked as the third secretary at the Embassy of India, Cairo. From July 1997 to December 2000, he worked as the second secretary at the Embassy of India, Tripoli. From December 2000 to September 2003, he worked as the first secretary at the Embassy of India, Brussels. Then from September 2003 to March 2005, he worked as the Deputy Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs. From April 2005 to June 2007, he served as the Regional Passport Officer in Bangalore. From June 2007 to October 2009, he served as the Counselor in the High Commission of India, Islamabad. From October 2009 to August 2011, he served as the Counselor in Embassy of India, Washington. From September 2011 to June 2014, he served as the Deputy High Commissioner in Colombo, Sri Lanka. From July 2014 to September 2016, he was the Joint Secretary, Counselor, Passport and Visa Division at the headquarters. He then arrived in Doha on September 2016 and assumed his assignment on 5th October 2016. And he is none other than our chief guest, Shri P. Kumaran, Ambassador of India to the State of Qatar. And I now request our advisory board member, Mr. Akbar, to present the bouquet to our dear ambassador as a token of love and respect from KPFQ. Give a big round of applause, my members. Thank you, Akbar. Please, sir. In 1983, he started his career as a project engineer and then was promoted as a project manager in a private firm in Amman, Jordan. In 1990, he moved to the state of Qatar as the technical engineer in Telco International. In 1991, he established the company currently known as the Intertech and is the executive manager for the last 25 years. In 1999, he established the Indian Club with few others, the one and only social club for the Indians, the residing in Qatar. From 2000 to 2002, he was a member of Advisory Council of the Indian Cultural Center, an apex body of the Indian Embassy. From 2002 to 2004, he was the Cultural Secretary of the ICC. From 2004 to 2005, he was the General Secretary of the ICC. From 2008 to 2012, he was the President of the Indian Cultural Center. And from 2012 to 2014, he was the Chairman of the Advisory Council of the ICC. From 2014 to 2016, he was the President of the Indian Business and Professional Network, IBPN, an apex body of the Indian Embassy. And now from 2016 onwards, he is Mr. K.M. Varghese, the President of Indian Business and Professional Council, IBPC, an apex body. And now I request our advisory board member, Mr. Jafar, to present the bouquet to the President IBPC as a token of love and respect from KPFQ. Thank you, Jafar. Please, sir. Now it's the time to welcome our KPFQ official on the dais. Young, dynamic, and a focused leadership quality. Can you guess? He is our President, Mr. E.P. Abdul Rahman, MD, Care and Cure. Energetic, powerful, and the man with the big structure. He is our program convener, Mr. Mohammed, Riyas. A vibrant, enthusiastic, and a power-packed energy man. Without him, KPFQ is no. He is our treasurer, Mr. Abdul Azeez Purayil. Now, I have a warm welcome to our main sponsors and the co-sponsors of today's event. Our main sponsors, Care and Cure, Wellcare Group, Aster DM Healthcare. Our associate sponsors, Pharmacare Group, Family Pharmacy, Nazim Al Rabi Medical Center, and Phi Group Trading. I now welcome our advisory board members, KPFQ Vice Presidents, Joint Secretaries, Documentation Executive Mr. Sainesh, our other EXCO members, KPFQ Eid Onam Subcommittee officials, and all by beloved KPFQ members who are present here today. Not the last, but the least, I have to do a warm welcome to all the family members and the kids who spared their precious time to come here to make the event more colorful and graceful. Just before ending my welcome note, what is festival? An occasion with organized set of special events such as musical and dance performance, plays, usually done in the memory of any religious or traditional event with its own social activities, food or ceremonies. And before I close, once again welcoming all the dignitaries on the dais and our sponsors and those who have gathered over here. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. In this beautiful evening, we have Mr. E.P. Abdul Rahman, President KPFQ for Presidential Address. So please.
His Excellency Shri P. Kumaran, Ambassador of India to Qatar, Mr. K.M. Varghese, President IBPC, other fellow KPFQ officials, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. two festivals, Onam and Eid al-Adha. What is common in these two celebrations? One is in the memory of Mahabali. We all know the very famous Onam song. Maveli Nadu Vanidum Kalam Manusharellarum Onnupole. Kallavumilla Chadiyumilla Ellolamilla Polivajanam. This is telling the values every Malayali is supposed to follow and used to follow once upon a time. And second celebration is in memory of Ibrahim, Hajara and Ismail. Upon the instruction from God, Ibrahim leaves Hajara and the small baby in the middle of the desert and goes for a long journey. Without food and water, Hajara is really in trouble. The baby cries for water and there is absolutely not even a drop of water available around anywhere in the vicinity. She runs from one mountain to the other, from Safa to Marwa, 7 times. By then the mercy of God comes out from deep within the desert, Zamzam. And that miracle is still flowing, and all over the world people carry in gallons, and it's still continuing. Maveli gave a word to Vamana, and to keep it, he sacrificed his own life, and he was pushed down to Padala. In Eid al-Adha, Ibrahim was ready to sacrifice Ismail because Allah asked him to do so. There are so many values these two festivals are giving us, it's conveying to us. And we in Kerala believe in all these values. When I was looking at the qualities of good pharmacist, one of course it's humility, empathy, kind, and of course knowledgeable. And we learn a lot of this from these two festivities as well. We like to support each other, and at the same time more importance is given to help the needy and the patients. We are the only medical profession any person in the public can easily access and get any advice and information without paying any consultation fee. We are easily available in any community store, and we do give free advice, free counseling, free consultation for the needy. And when we look at the values of every pharmacist, I see the same in our beloved ambassador. Highly knowledgeable. Any subject you speak, whether it be sports, whether it be history, whether it be diplomacy, anything about any country, he is having deep knowledge about it. He can give any information with the dates and everything. He is very empathetic to his people, his community here in Qatar. Always supportive and kind, and easily accessible, and he comes to the people unlike many others who were the ambassadors here. I'm so honored and so privileged and so proud to stand in front of our beloved ambassador in our very first meeting in which he has come. Thank you, Ambassador, for being with us. Mr. Varghese, he is not just the president of IBPC to me, he is also a very close friend, and also we share a lot of business interests because we have similar business activities, which is telecom. Every time I communicate with him, I see him as an elder brother who cares for others, who listens to others, and he is also very empathetic and supportive. He has been in the leadership of Indian community for so many years and still a down-to-earth person. always keep his car far away and walks all the way to the venues. He doesn't wait for the organizers to find a parking for him. Very, very simple guy. And I'm also honored that he is here with us. KM, thank you for being here. KPFQ, the one and only organization for the pharmacists in Qatar. We formed this organization a few years ago, and we are proud to tell you that we were able to organize a lot of events for the benefit of pharmacists. And we will continue supporting the community in various ways, in medical camps for the public, and also to improve the knowledge and integrity and unity among the pharmacists from various fields of Qatar pharma industry. I wish everyone a wonderful evening and all the kids a wonderful show here. Thank you very much. All the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. I welcome His Excellency Ambassador, IBPC President, and dignitaries on the dais for lighting the Nilavilaka, our traditional metal lamp of Kerala, please. Thank you so much. I request His Excellency Shri P. Kumaran for inaugural address. So please.
IBPC President, Mr. K.M. Varghese, KPFQ President, Mr. E.P. Abdul Rahman, General Secretary, Mr. Jetty George, Treasurer, Mr. Azeez Purayil, Program Convener, Mr. Mohammed, Riyas, the other members of the KPFQ team, Advisory Board members, my dear friends from the community, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, good evening. It's indeed a pleasure for me to join you all today on the occasion of your Eid Onam celebrations for 2018. Mr. Abdul Rahman just recollected the spirit of sacrifice that Onam and Eid invoke in the people of Kerala. We saw the same spirit of sacrifice in recent weeks following the kind of community response we witnessed after the flood crisis in Kerala. I was really touched very personally to see the kind of enthusiasm there was in the community to support the flood-affected people of Kerala, the kind of response that we saw from various community organizations, the school community, the Indian schools community in Qatar, and all the support that we were able to mobilize and support the flood-affected people of Kerala. It indeed shows us that the spirit of sacrifice and solidarity is alive in the people of Kerala. So I want to thank you and to congratulate you all for the kind of support that we were able to provide. And I think we should continue to keep the support going, given that reconstruction is likely to be a prolonged affair, and therefore the state needs all the support that it can get. The pharmacist community in Kerala, in Qatar, is something that has done extremely well. It is spread all over Qatar. It's a community that has supported various welfare activities. I particularly want to thank the KPFQ, its members, and prominent pharmacy chains, Care and Cure, and Aster, etc., who have supported medical camps for Indian workers in Qatar. I'm personally grateful for the kind of support you've been providing, and I would also like to thank you on behalf of ICBF. The other thing I want to mention is that over the last year or so, there has been an extremely positive development in the field of pharmaceuticals. Earlier, for Indian medicines to come to Qatar, we had to register the suppliers from India, the manufacturers from India had to register in Saudi Arabia for a GCC license. It was a complicated process and it used to take a lot of time. Following the blockade and the stoppage of medicines coming from Egypt and Saudi Arabia, etc. to Qatar, the Qatari authorities put in place a new fast-track mechanism by which if an Indian manufacturer or a supplier had a license to supply medicines to North America or the European Union, they would automatically register themselves here and start supplying medicine straight away. So this was something that we had been asking for a while. In the last few months, there is suddenly a new opportunity for us to supply Indian medicines directly to Qatar as a result of this new procedure that has been approved by Qatari authorities. This is something that personally I'm very happy about, and I'm sure it will increase the export of Indian medicines and pharmaceuticals to Qatar. It is a sector of a great promise for India in the coming years, and I'm sure this will open up new opportunities for us here. I also am happy that the new system of registering professional and business organizations directly under the IBPC has taken off well, and that KPFQ has been the first such organization to register under the IBPC. I again want to thank you all for the wonderful celebrations here today. I want to congratulate the children who participated in the competitions today, and I want to congratulate the winners. Once again, thank you very much for having me here today, and wish you all a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I welcome Mr. K.M. Varghese, President IBPC, for felicitation address.
Your Excellency, the Ambassador of India to Qatar, Shri P. Kumaran, Mr. Abdul Rahman, President, Mr. Jetty, General Secretary, other MC members of KPFQ family, dear children, warm good evening to all of you. It's really a great honor for me to be with you today on this very joyous occasion of you celebrating this Eid and Onam celebrations. I'm also happy that IPFQ has become an associated organization under the Indian Business and Professional Council. With the new initiative spearheaded by our ambassador of bringing all the professional bodies under the IBPC umbrella, in fact IBPC has become the largest professional body in Qatar. If we were to take stock of the direct and indirect members under IBPC, it would very easily come to almost 20,000. And there would be no organization in Qatar that with that many professionals under its banner. This gives an immense opportunity for IBPC and the professional community in Qatar to come together and take up initiatives which will be very useful to the general public and also to the members of not only the associated organization members but the IBPC as a professional body as such. So I request actually KPFQ, I have already discussed that matter with the managing committee members, that IBPC and KPFQ should sit together and discuss some kind of events which will be useful to the IBPC members and the Indian community in general. It's also worth mentioning here that from the state of Tamil Nadu, we are going to have a trade delegation coming end of November or first week of December. At the guideline of the ambassador, we have already included pharmaceuticals and medical supplies in that delegation, so that there will be some companies coming from Tamil Nadu to Qatar to promote their products. And I look forward to coordinating the activities of their visit here and helping them through KPFQ. So I take this opportunity to wish all of you a very good future, professionally rewarding, and also take this opportunity to wish you all the best for Eid and Onam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We request President EP Abdul Rahman to give away the third prize of today's Spice Mela. So please, third prize goes to Asha Jetty. So much. I would like to welcome KM Varghese, President IBPC, to give away the second prize. Second prize goes to Salina Ali. Please welcome Salina Ali. So much, sir. I welcome His Excellency Shri P. Kumaran to give away the first prize. First prize goes to Farida Rafi. Please welcome Farida Rafi. Thank you so much. Today's Spice Mela was judged by two eminent personalities. It is our duty to honor them with a small compliment. I request Deepu Alex, Executive Chef, Indian Coffee House. Please welcome, come forward to collect the gift from our General Secretary, Jetty George. Together I welcome Naziha Majid, Coordinator, Malabar Adukala, Qatar Chapter. Please welcome Deepu Alex and Naziha Majid. Thank you so much. I welcome Mr. Mohammed Riyas, Joint Secretary, KPFQ and Program Convener, Eid Onam Fest 2018 for vote of thanks.
Assalamu alaikum. A very happy good evening to all. I have the pleasant task to delivering vote of thanks to this great gathering here today. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose vote of thanks on this special day. I take this opportunity to extend my most sincere thanks to our guest invitees for their support and cooperation, and very hearty vote of thanks for gracing the function and sharing with us this dignified audience. On behalf of KPFQ, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Honorable His Highness Shri P. Kumaran Sir, Ambassador of India, State of Qatar, and guest of honor, Mr. K.M. Varghese, President IBPC. Welcome. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to extend my thanks to Mr. Rahman EP, President KPFQ, Advisory Board members, Secretary, Treasurer, and all subcommittee members of the event who have been the backbone of the event. A note of thanks to all those who are present here today. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend my special thanks to all the sponsors of this event. Finally, the wonderful audience who have been turned up such a great numbers. We thank you so much for your cooperation. We thank you for being with us today. It's been a great pleasure. Thank you very much.